is it hot. But you know what will cool you off? Some true ghost stories, because they are bound to give you some chills. Well, hello, my silky friends. I hope you are surviving this heat wave. I am definitely dressed down, and I may or may not be wearing my pajamas. It's hot. What can I say? But we are going to get into the coolest ghost stories you've ever heard. Scully has got his glasses on. He's in a good mood for a change, and we are ready to tell them. Okay, this first one comes from Debbie Richards 8182. My son put me out. Oh my goodness. Kept my house, car, and money. Went to a wonderful new shelter paid for by Protestant faiths. I am so sorry, Debbie. Oh my gosh. Oh my. I'm tough and love them. They asked me to clean up quarters after a death / self-unaliving. Got started with the shadow people in his quarters. I cleaned, but the atmosphere was bad. Terrible smell. Ugh, I can imagine. Covered the mirrors and opened the windows. Stopped the clock. Later, I removed it. A couple of days after his death, I saw and heard things. We had to leave it like that for another 4 weeks. A month later. Wow. Depends on how that happened. In this very room where I stay, yeah, the same thing happened long before I ever bought this house. But still, yeah, there is a lot that goes with that. And I am so sorry for your situation. But, yeah, I'm glad that you are okay. And I hope you're doing better, Debbie. Best wishes to you, of course. This one comes from Stormy Days. My mother saw her sibling's soul leave my grandma's body. The next day, okay, so it was your mom. Okay, I'm getting this now. The next day, Grandma lost her baby. Oh my goodness. She said it was a fog or mist that came out of Grandma's stomach. Wow, so your mom saw your grandmother. Now, if that doesn't prove an afterlife, I don't know what does, right? Fog coming out of the stomach, and the next day she loses the baby. Ooh, that is a interesting story. I myself have never seen a mist leaving a body when someone passes, but there are a lot of stories out there like that. Up next is from Dina Murphy. I walked into our clean holding room, turned the light switch on. The light stayed off. Turned the switch. The light still off. Flipped the switch a few more times. Nothing. Frustrated, I yelled, "Oh, knock it off!" The lights turned on. Well, sometimes you do have to get rough with these spirits. I've had to do it a lot of times. Let me tell you, when you get frustrated and you yell at them, sometimes that's exactly what they need. Okay, y'all, so I had some major computer problems and I had to shut it all down. This is actually 2 days later. So excuse everything. Scully, he's taking his glasses off. He's just tired of it. But let's go on, okay? Take 2. This is by H. Benikoff 1260. Let me tell you a true story. I'm a CNA. My work partner, a resident, and myself were wheeling a resident back to her room. I know I saw what I saw. Coming out of 2 doors away from my patient's room, I saw a dark cloaked figure exit a room and go into this resident's room that my partner and I were taking to her room. I say nothing of what I saw. Then my resident, very visibly upset, starts with this. Crying, visibly upset, saying, "I'm not going into my room. He's here to take me." Oh no, the Grim Reaper is here to take me. We stop. I say to her, "What did you see?" Her reply shook me. I saw the Grim Reaper go into my room. I know what I saw, and yeah, that's exactly what I saw as well. I look at my work buddy, and she says this. I thought I was seeing things. Yeah, you were seeing the same thing we saw. Wow. Backstory. This particular resident had been declining, and I am not a substance user. Another resident had suffered a lengthy and painful transition period about 6 months prior, 2 doors away. Wow. Okay, so what I want to know is, did she pass away? Did you take her to that room? Did you take her to another room? I got questions. Um, did she pass away, or is everything okay? Wow. Jeez. Okay, that was a very interesting story. Thank you so much for sending it in. And this one is by Mentak. I think I'm saying that right. 2593. I worked in an old country hospital that was converted into a private surgical center. My coworkers had a lot of experiences. One CNA went to check on her patient at 3 a.m. She was surprised to see her out of bed because she had just had surgery that evening. Wow, that was a quick recovery. She went to help get her slippers and realized the patient was in her bed. The woman who had been standing there had disappeared. I wonder if she just like came out of her body and was walking around. She's like, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of laying here. I don't know. Was it a doppelganger? What do y'all think that was? I hope she was okay, though. It sounds like she was. Just kind of a weird situation. I never experienced anything except feeling dread when in the basement gym. Found out later it had been the morgue. Also, the elevator would come to the floors empty on midnight shifts. Yeah, there's something about those elevators. Like, they tend to go crazy. We've got a haunted library, close to where I'm at. Same thing. Elevator, it does weird stuff. And that especially happens on night shift in hospitals. Most people can tell you a lot of times a ghost rides up the elevator and opens on the floor, and you're like, hello? What would y'all do in that situation, though? You tell me. The next one is by Sherry B968. Hospice patient passed right there in bed at night before me. I saw the curtain move as if he was parting it gently to walk away. I wasn't afraid, but I was thinking, okay. I was in the room alone with him. I guess he just wanted to let you know he was getting out. Maybe he was just letting you know, we good. We good. Toodles. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, our next story comes by Fever Spike. Our dearly beloved cat, Dana. Oh, what a cute name, Dana. Passed unexpectedly a month after her 9th birthday. Aw. She was in her carrier, which was in my lap. What makes me happy is that she has visited me several times since she passed. She and I shared a bond that ran much further and deeper than any other, and I fully believe she and I will be reunited for good when I'm finally called home. Dana, Mommy misses and loves you so much, sweet girl. Oh, that is heartbreaking. I have also had a cat that I was very bonded with that, I had an experience with later, a month after she had passed. Only the one time, but I feel sure that I will see her again. I've got no proof because I'm not there, but I believe that we have our beloved pets in heaven. And I'm sorry you lost Dana, but I feel sure you will see her again too. This one is by Hemlock Lace, emergency department nurse. Yay! You see a lot in the ER, that is for sure. Years ago, I was working nights at a military hospital ED that had been around and used since World War II. Wow. I routinely had unopened IV bags literally thrown at me from across the code room on more than one occasion. Who is throwing IV bags? That's what I want to know. That is rude. My coworker witnessed it. I guess someone was trying to get my attention. You're right. People in healthcare have seen a ghost or two. Most of us have. But now I draw the line. when these ghosts are just wilding out here and throwing IV bags and all kind of stuff. Look, I got work to do. I don't need to be distracted by an IV bag, and that is mean and rude. Mind your manners. But I think I would have to tell a ghost a thing or two if they threw an IV bag at me. Those things are heavy. I think this is Tojo Melville. Did I say that right? 3120. My grandson was in the neonatal premature baby unit. The unit was named after the doctor that started it. Every evening at 5 p.m., the main door to ward would open and close. They said it was the deceased founder leaving for the day. It was not an automatic door. I used to watch out for it. It seems to me that some people just love their job so much they want to stay in it and continue. And I guess if he was the founder, I can kind of understand that. That was his whole mission, his life's work. So I guess he's just checking up to make sure you're running the show right. I mean, if he stops coming around, he may have just given up and thought they're going to make a mess of it. I don't know. What do y'all think? All right, I'm going to end right here. I've got some letters. If my program is working right, I'm going to try to do the next show on Sunday and read some of the emails that you've sent me. All right, I hope you have a great and blessed night. I will see you later. Whatever you do, just stay spooky, okay? Bye-bye.